All right, the colors we're going to be using are white, blue, yellow, cool red, warm red, and yellow orange. You're going to be mixing your colors in the middle of the plate, so make sure that you pull the colors to the center. We're going to start with the cool red and the blue to make a violet, and then we're going to add some white. Notice I pulled the white out. I want a light value. So I'm drawing the ellipse of the can. We've drawn the can multiple times. So the anatomy of the can is the ellipse at the top, the curve that you see underneath it. Look for proportions. It's 2-to-1 ratio. So whatever you draw as far as the ellipse, then that's going to give you the length of the can. Most of you started with too much paint on your finger. Sometimes you need to take a little bit of paint off your finger, just scrape it on the plate. You want to notice the highlights. You want to notice the shadows. So mine is a Sprite can, so I'm mixing blue and yellow. Some of you are going to need to use your color wheel, mixing red and green. Your complements will give you some browns. So again, you're experimenting. You're trying to figure out, how do I make this color? If you don't know, then refer back to your color wheel that you have in your orange sketchbook. That may help you if you don't have the color wheel memorized in your head. All right, as I'm working on this, again, I'm pushing layers. If you don't get exactly the right color, it's okay. It's better if you have multiple shades of that color. If you're doing the Dr. Pepper can, of course, it's not just one color, it's multiples. You're going to be using some oranges and some reds and some browns. So I'm putting in the foreground, and by putting in the foreground, it's helping place the pop can where you can see it. As far as the details are concerned, the background has to be dry first. So I would let this dry, and now I'm going in and I'm starting to add a little bit more values to the top. I'm trying to add the dark hole and the tab. I'm using the side of my finger, but you also will get a popsicle stick. So the popsicle stick will allow you to put some more line in it. But again, you need to be thinking about the anatomy of the can. Have you captured the ellipse? Have you captured the angles on the side of the can? Or do you need to add more of it and work with the background? So here I'm using the popsicle stick. I'm going in and I'm adding some more of the shadow around the tab and a little bit of texture as well. The popsicle stick can give you that linear line work that you need. And again, you are trying to capture an impression of the pop can. It's not going to be a perfect, realistic painting. This painting is impressionistic. It's giving us the impression of the can. But a lot of you need to stop and think about how you're mixing the colors. The background is also going to play a part. So you're going to have the cast shadow at the bottom underneath the can, and that's going to help it sit on the surface. All right, I'm going in and making the hole darker. So if you're after a gray, when you mix your violet color, if you add yellow to it, that is going to give you a gray tone. If you mix orange and blue, that's going to give you a different brown tone. So I'm going in with a popsicle stick and I'm adding in some definition on the top. And now I'm painting behind it because the color that's behind it is going to help push it forward. As you're painting the background, you need to think about what kind of mood you want it. Do you want it to be light? Do you want it to be darker and more mysterious? So I'm using the popsicle stick now to put in the lettering. Remember that the lettering is curving around the can, so you're probably not going to see every single letter. You can see that right there where I left off with the T. You can see just a little bit maybe of the E, but not much.